one old case, one old Windows 98 machine, and storage. Alright everyone, bit of a tight shot. Let's push that back there a bit. You may recognise the case. It used to house a AMD 4750G. I had no use for the case, took all the parts out. I don't want to chuck it away because while it's a bit of a cheap case, it would do perfectly to house the Windows 98 machine for at least now. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Now I haven't upgraded the machine like I wanted to, haven't had time or the money or anything else to do it, so this is just going to be putting what was there before into here and seeing if I can run it passively. As with the previous video, you saw the temperature got a bit high, and that was in a open air case. How that'll work in here, I don't know. Now of course this is a modern case, USB 3 and that kind of thing. I should be able to get one of these wired up. Maybe both, we'll see. I do have various cables. There's only one header on this board, so we'll see how that goes. I mean, I do have a USB header hub around, so that might be suitable. So let's begin, shall we? It's a very basic aluminium affair, or aluminum for you Americans. I've got a old Cooler Master PSU in here, nothing special. You would have seen it in a previous video. And I am pushing those cards, so let's move that out of the way. In fact, let's get these cards out. There we go. And there's nothing too special here. So, I suppose I should start getting it in there, shan't I? Right, let's put all this in then. Not the most exciting shot, I give you that. But in here we have obviously a few things left over from the previous build. Not going to be needing those, am I? We have USB 3 header. What's that, HD audio? What's that, USB? And we got a USB, so I mean, potentially I could get both of them wired up. We shall look at that later. But for now, let's just chuck some of this out of the way. Power supply is, you know, pretty modern, so we got stuff that you're not going to need, like that. Shame this isn't fully modular, but it is what it is. Obviously we're going to be needing 20 pin. Now before anyone says it, yes, this is a modern-ish power supply. This is an old machine. Luckily the voltage is required for the Windows 98 machine and the Pentium 3 isn't going to be an issue for this. It's not like we're using an AMD A socket, which does have issues. And also in here we have a lot of SATA. We're only going to need Molex, and that'll push the floppy one. So let's just quickly extract the ones we need and put those over there. So it should only really be these two. Push that out there as well. I'm leaving the back on for the moment, but this should fit lovely because it is just a standard size board. Let's make sure we haven't got any rogue risers around. No, I think we're absolutely good, so we don't need to make any adjustments. That will just go straight in like so. Now, luckily these are lipped, so it sits in place quite nicely. I haven't got an IO shield. If anyone points that out, I do. It's in a box somewhere, I can't find it. So that's going to have to get taken out at some point and replaced. But for today, it will do. A bit of a bodge job, but it's what I want to do today, so that's what we're doing. Alright, just drop that in there. I'm not going to put them all in actually, I'm just going to put enough in to keep it secure. Because like I said, I've got to take it apart later and change the IO shield. I might actually get one of those 3D printed ones and see how they work in the interim, because I actually have no idea where this IO shield is. It's in a box somewhere, that's all I can tell you. There you go. Okay, so we're missing what? Missing screw there and there, that's fine. Just pop out. Alright, it's one of those cheap cases where there's a screw over the PCI slots. Just pop that out. Move the cable out of the way. Pop our G4 6200 in. Might look into upgrading that later. Or maybe put in a FX 5200 actually, because at least then you have stuff like fogging in FIF. Now I want to put the sound card down here out of the way. So I'm going to have to pop this out. There we go. No cuts. Oh, good. Let's pop this in here. I mean, I could put it in any slot, but I'm trying to give as much space as possible for there, because I've got a feeling I might need to put a fan in here somewhere, maybe on the front, maybe on the back there actually would be fine. And cause I might need a bit of cooling, we will see. Well, that's that. Pop that back on. Now for the fun part. We have here micro SD card for the storage. I had some issues with this before. I might replace this with an SSD later, but for now, I mean, I can pretty much, I mean, not really got a home for it, has it? I mean, I can just probably just shove it there. It's not going to go anywhere, is it? Or not? Oh no, it does kind of, I can kind of wedge it in place. That would do. Right, optical drive next, I suppose. How are we going to get this in here? Can I slide it for the front? No, I cannot. So this is going to have to come off. Luckily, being a cheap case, there's never normally anything holding them on. And hopefully, that should just slide in the front. Oh, that's a bit tight. I mean, there are space for two, but the front of the case doesn't really allow for a second one. This is just a temporary thing anyway. I think position 4 should be correct. Once again, I'm going to be lazy and just secure it on one side. There we go. So that's nice and secure. Certainly better than what that is. But I suppose that will do. It's not touching anything metal to short it out, so it's good enough for me. Now for the worst part of any old machine, IDE cables. Well, here we go then. So I had it set up with two sets before. One for the SD card, which will just slot in there. That does not look very pretty at all, but does it ever? I've kind of done that in the wrong order, haven't I? Let's just pull that out. And I'm going to have a separate one for the optical drive and possibly future optical drives. It's kind of annoying that that one goes that way and this one goes this way. Not that it matters as long as they all fit. Once again, matching cables would be nice, but today we are being cheap. Let's just shove that in there, I suppose. I mean, because of that, it's all a bit backwards. Apologies for that, the battery died and the memory card was full. So, all wired up now. As tidy as you can get it with a non-modular power supply and IDE cables, but yeah, this isn't exactly secure. The pins aren't touching any metal, so it should be fine. I think I am going to change to an SSD because that'll fit in nicely there. But yeah, all in there, as tidy as it can be. Optical drive, micro SD card, graphics card, sound card. As you can see, no fan on the heatsink. I'm kind of hoping that this fan will be enough here. I mean, it was fine in an open case, but we shall see. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm going to change that for a fanless model. So with all the combined heat in the case, I might have to put a fan in, but only time will tell. So, that's all left to do then is pop it all back together and turn it all on. There we go, all set up. Time to have a bit of a play around. Taking the plastic off the side here, so it's nice and shiny, though this is a bit of a dust magnet. So let's turn it on, have a mess around. Now this is still the fanless build. Don't know how it's going to fare in this case. The power supply does have a fan on it. You probably can't hear it, but it's audible, which I'm going to replace at some point for something that's fanless. So it'll be interesting to see how the heat handles in this case. I mean, it should be fine. We've got some ventilation on this side. I can always pop a large fan somewhere to get some airflow going. But there we go. Nothing's changed from my last video regarding this machine. But today I'm going to try to install Draken. Haven't played this game in a very long time. Let's see how it holds up on this machine. I do actually have some capture software working this time, so that's great. At least you actually better see what's going on without having some strange resolution. So we're getting there. Next thing will always be get a nice CRT and a better case and a floppy drive. But let's see how this goes. Earthlink. Okay, install Draken. I don't suspect any issues, but this is Windows 98, you never know. Yeah, we want the full installation, we don't want anything else. Got plenty of space on here. And that's just going to take a moment to install. In fact, it's going to take a very long time to install, isn't it? Because it's a CD. I think I spoke too soon, didn't I? Oh well, sure, that's not that important. Yeah, sure. No. Right, so that failed to install DirectX. Shouldn't matter because it's got the latest DirectX on here anyway. So hopefully, without any issues, we did install it. We shouldn't have any issues at all. Should be more than enough grunt in this machine. It's still got the slower RAM in there. I haven't done anything with that. Yeah, I have to change that. Good old EAX. Not that it'll make much difference here because you really need headphones for that. Whack it all up, I suppose. Bump mapping, sure. You expect it to be on? Sure. So let's see what happens. It's been a long time since I played this game. Slight stutter there, but I think that's the SD card. I mentioned that previously. God, that doesn't say late 90s, I don't know what does. I mean, that looks pretty good, it's pretty smooth. We were noobs, so we're going to go on easy. Yes, it did indeed crash. Oh dear. Oh, it's completely locked it up. Oh, Windows 98, we do love you. Doesn't always go according to plan, does it? Won't be looking into why that failed. Not today, anyway. It's normally something like setting or drivers or something. Oh, what else we got? Oh, I know what we can do. Let's go for a Westwood Classic. If that wants to focus. Tiberian Sun. What's this? Is this disc one? Yeah, GDI. Another one from sold out. I mean, while that errored, I kind of don't care so much because I know I'm going to have to fiddle around and get it to work. And I kind of enjoy that a little bit. Frustrating, yes, but I'm not really that bothered at all. I mean, at least the files are on here. I have access to the internet, I can find out what's going on quite easy now. Back then it would have been pain. But these days, not so much. Oh, the classic installer. Here we go. I was ever trying to do this on like Windows XP. And it just wouldn't work very well. Oh no, not the serial key. Where did I put that? Luckily I always keep my keys digitally. Don't need the internet components, let's just, I suppose, whatever, do it. Install that. Do you think we have enough space? I think we do. Yes. Good grief. I kind of miss these old installers with Steam and modern ways of doing things. You don't get to see any of it, do you? It's just press go. Also, when Command & Conquer was good. What would I like to do? I think I would like to play now. Ooh, that jitter was from the disc having to spin up. No, very Matrixy, isn't it? Oh, nothing says modern and green text. Oh, that logo. We will get into the game at some point. Ah, there we go. Let's put it 800 by 600. Well, yeah, go on, whatever. Cue cheesy dialogue. "8 years in the future."
Makes no sense. Hot spots everywhere. Why Southwest Sector 9?
Someone's jamming the secure channel, sir.
You'll come for the sunshine, but you'll stay for the people.
What the hell is this? It's not possible. Punch up the main screen.
If I am cut,
There he
why
is.
not bleed?
That's enough of that.
Establishing battlefield control. Stand by.
There's always something very charming about these sprite-based games that you can't quite recreate in a 3D version of it.
Where the hell are those reinforcements?
Reinforcements have arrived. Reinforcements have arrived.
I mean, like Red Alert 3 doesn't have the same charm as this.
Incoming transmission.
It's not, sir. They came out of nowhere. We have to get back to the base and
Yeah, every time it loads a video, you have to hear the disk drive spin up.
New construction options. Reinforcements have arrived.
loud and clear. Awaiting orders. Orders. Awaiting order. Loud and clear.
Building.
Let's build a barracks, because we can.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building.
There we can have some light infantry.
Awaiting order. Yes, sir. Loud and
Unit
clear.
ready.
I'm on it. I'm on it. Waiting
Unit
orders.
ready.
Infantry reporting. I'm on it. Loud and
ready.
clear.
Oh dear,
Infantry
wrong button.
reporting.
Unit
Loud
ready.
and clear.
Unit ready.
Spam as much life infantry as we can. Come over here.
Sir, moving out. Yes, sir. You got it.
There is a danger I might end up playing this all day.
You got it. Moving out. Good as done. You got it.
I mean, I put it on easy. That was probably silly, wasn't it?
Loud and clear.
Construction complete. The harvester will automatically begin harvesting any
I'm on
nearby
it, I'm on it.
Tiberium.
You got it, sir.
Can we just take it out in one fell swoop?
Base under attack.
No! Don't be under attack.
Unit lost. Unit
Yes,
ready.
sir. Moving out. You got it,
Unit ready.
sir.
Unit
Infantry
ready.
reporting. Moving out. Good as done.
Unit ready.
Waiting order.
Harvester
Good as
under
done.
attack.
Sir. Loud and clear. Infantry reporting. Loud and clear. Yes, sir.
Such a simple game.
Done. Good as.
Harvester under attack.
Waiting order. Waiting order. Loud and clear.
You need more than one guy to take out my
Yes,
harvester.
sir. Good as done. I'm taking heavy fire. I'm on it.
Destroy all Nod forces in the area.
Yes, I'm on it.
Harvester under attack. Training. Unit
Infantry
ready.
reporting. Moving out.
Unit
Yes, sir.
ready.
Sir. Infantry
Unit
reporting.
ready.
Loud and clear. I'm taking heavy fire, sir.
Unit ready.
Still dealing with that guy. Come on, down here.
Unit ready.
Loud and clear. You got it. Infantry reporting.
And what's up here?
Infantry reporting. Loud and clear. Awaiting orders. I'm on it.
Don't just ignore it, shoot it.
Infantry reporting.
Must admit, I've always been
You got it.
terrible at playing this online.
Mission accomplished.
Yes. That was difficult. Oh, I lost one unit. No. Wow. Oh yeah. Trying to quit this game. Yeah. There we go.
Establishing battlefield control. Stand by. Battle control offline.
I always remember that I have to go into a mission to get out of the game. Right, so we have a... let's just take this discount. We have a nice fanless, or potentially fanless, because once I get a passive power supply in there. Windows 98 machine. So we had some issues running 3D Mark 2001 before, so let's see if that's now working. Can't see why it wouldn't be, but I'm getting the feeling that I'm going to have to put a slightly older graphics card into this machine. Gets a better RAM, floppy drive, better case. Of course, the fanless, the power supply, and the I/O shield is missing on the back, which I have somewhere in storage, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. So I have a solution for that, which I'll cover in a video soon. And just some general tidying up and playing around. There's a long list of games I want to revisit on this machine, but I think I'm going to have to change that graphics card and do a few bits and pieces. But yeah, okay. It seems to be that 3D Mark 2001 SE is working absolutely fine, which is great because it would normally crash around about now. You get a slight jitters with the frame rate here and there, which I think is down to the newer graphics card. So I've got an FX card somewhere which is probably more suitable for this era game. So there we go, there's the Windows 98 machine. Still needs some work, floppy drive, better case, CRT, better graphics card, that kind of thing. But this is where it is at the moment. This is the project box going forward. You will see upgrades and stuff going on with it. Maybe an SSD and that kind of thing. So that's all we want to show today. So until next time, I'll try and post more often, but I am in the middle of moving house, so everything's a bit of a mess. I will see what I can do, but until next time, thank you for watching, and goodbye.